guys, I'm going to take you with me over here. We're going to do our nutrient nugget by my cat. We'll see if she is okay with this, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different today. This is underneath my desk. And we have a cat who is sleeping very, well, she's not really sleeping. She's kind of scheming right now, I think, about how to murder her owner, because I tend to make her the focal point sometimes, and she doesn't love it. She's over here on the heating pad. I have a heating pad on the floor, and this is like her spot now. It's right underneath my desk. See, there's my desk. Anyway, that was a long intro. So let's talk about organic food. Let me try to set up the camera so it doesn't fall over. Okay, so this nutrient nugget is about, well, actually I got the inspiration from it from the Forks Over Knives magazine, which I was talking about the other day. I think I might have actually read this one to you guys already, but I wanted to sort of expand on it a little bit because I think it's a really important concept to understand, because I'm always hearing people talking about organic food and whether they should or not, and I want to just give a little information on it. So this Forks Over Knives magazine you can find in a lot of health stores right now. There's a little Q&A here on page 11, and this is answered by Dr. Pulde and Dr. Lederman, and I'm going to answer what they say. So the question is, do we need to eat all organic foods to be healthy? Answer. The most common diseases in America are not the result of eating conventional produce and canned beans. They are the result of eating a highly processed, high-fat, meat-centric diet. When switching from this meat-heavy, fat-filled, and highly processed diet to a diet rich in grains, vegetables, and fruits, our patients see dramatic improvements in their health. Choosing organic food does not make nearly as large of a difference in your health as choosing whole plant foods instead of processed foods, high-fat foods, and animal source foods. We should not let our need for convenient, affordable food, including canned or frozen produce, keep us from eating the whole plant foods that fight off disease. And then once you're able to make the switch from a standard American diet to a whole plant food diet, where the largest return on investment occurs, then you can take the next step of choosing organic options whenever possible if you wish to do so. So there you have it. Also, Vincent would like to comment that she does not appreciate us taking over her little space and, bothering her. So I just was translating so that you know that that's what she was saying. Right, Vincent? Yeah. And then, sorry, I had to look for this source a second. I knew I had read in Furman's books the same kind of a topic here, so I wanted to get information from him on this. This comes from The End of Diabetes, which is one of his most recent books by Dr. Joel Furman. I always put links for everything I talk about down below in the description, so you can check these out if you like. But I want to read this section which supports the same exact idea. This is on page 203, and the question is it important to eat organically grown foods for good health? And he says, the concern implicit in this question is about pesticides, and it's a real one. The Environmental Protection Agency has reported that the majority of pesticides now in use are probable or possible causes of cancer. Studies of farm workers who work with pesticides suggest a link between pesticide use and brain cancer, Parkinson's disease, etc., etc. However, does a low level of pesticides remaining on our food present much of a risk? Some scientists argue that the extremely low level of pesticide residue on produce is insignificant, and that there are naturally occurring toxins in all natural foods that are more significant. The large amount of studies performed on the typical pesticide-treated produce have demonstrated that consumption of produce, whether organic or not, is related to lower rates of cancer and increased disease protection. So in short, it's better to eat fruits and vegetables grown and harvested using pesticides than not to eat them at all. The health benefits of eating phytochemical-rich produce greatly outweigh any risks that pesticide residues might pose. He goes on to talk a little bit about the dirty dozen and says, it should be recognized that fruits and vegetables are not all subject to the same pesticide exposure. The following chart shows the pesticide breakdown by food in order of pesticide content. Spinach, strawberries, and celery have the highest pesticide residue and are the most important foods to consume organically grown. If available, organic food is certainly your best bet to limit exposure to toxic chemicals. Even if you can eat organic versions of only the top 12 most contaminated fruits and vegetables, you can reduce your pesticide exposure by about 90%. In addition, organic foods usually have more nutrients than their conventional counterparts. They also taste better and are generally better for farmers and the environment. Remember that cutting out processed foods, canned foods, and animal products already reduces your exposure to chemicals, toxic compounds, pesticides, antibiotics, and hormones, so that's a huge step in the right direction, even if your entire diet isn't organic. And here is the list of foods that he was talking about with the lowest and highest amount of pesticides. So those are the ones that you want to think about trying to reduce. And I just want to reiterate that point that they said in the magazine and also in the book, and there's studies to show all this stuff, that it's more important to eat the whole plant-based foods than it is to avoid them because you can't afford organic or something like that. So that's the answer, guys. Make sure you get a lot of this food into your diet. It's the best thing for you. It'll keep you healthy and strong like Popeye. Okay, guys, thanks for bearing with me on this very weird nutrient nugget. And Vincent says, get out of here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!